Hello, I'm Teddy Criscuolo with UCTV Sports, and I'm sitting here with Chris Winkel, Jr. and captain of the UConn Huskies baseball team. Chris, thanks for coming on, man.
My pleasure.
All right, just to start us off, why don't you start by telling us a little bit about yourself?
I'm Chris Winkel. I'm a junior captain on the baseball team. I'm a finance major in the business school, and I'm from Orange, Connecticut, and I went to Amity High School.
That's awesome. So on Amity High School, obviously we went there together.
Yeah.
And I had the privilege of watching you captain our team to some great state championships.
Yeah.
You were part of an amazing run where we went to 4 state championships in a row and won all of them. So what did you take from playing for Amity?
Playing for Amity was a huge privilege. We got to me and you both played under Coach Sal Capola, who's one of my favorite coaches that I've ever played for, and it was just like an awesome team atmosphere, and that's what I take away from it is that all the guys on the team were so close, and we had a great camaraderie. And I realized that that's kind of something that's really important to win in games. So I think I've taken that here to UConn too with me.
Definitely. Yeah. So on UConn, why did you decide to come here?
So my dad grew up in Stores, and my grandpa lives in Stores up until just recently. So my whole life, when we'd go visit my grandpa, we'd walk around the UConn campus, Horse Barn Hill, Dairy Bar, all that good stuff. And then once I started getting recruited by them, and I met Coach Penders and Coach Horrigan and Coach Mack, it was a no-brainer. They're the best.
Cool. So this season, a lot of eyes on it, a lot of hopes. How hopeful are you?
High expectations. I'm very optimistic. We had a really good year last year, which ended disappointingly, of course, because we didn't win a championship. But a lot of returners, a lot of new guys who are really exciting, including my brother, who's a freshman now. And I'm really optimistic about a good year.
Definitely. So on your brother, obviously you guys grew up together, always very competitive with each other, played at Amity together. What does it mean for you to have him on this team?
It means a lot. We're really close, and I was fortunate enough to be able to play with him for 2 years at Amity with you. And no, it's really cool. He's a really good player, and I think he's a really good addition to the team. So nothing but the best about having him here.
Definitely. So on young guys like Pat, so you guys had some tough losses last year. You had some really good seniors. You had some kids drafted.
Yeah.
What do you want out of the young guys to step up for this team?
Well, I want them to first realize that they're still just playing baseball. A lot of guys get intimidated. They're like, it's a new level of baseball. But no, they're all so talented. Pat, Kyler Fedco, to name a couple, Jake Sanderson, Will Lucas. They're all capable of doing great things. They just need to have fun and play, and that's the main point.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So as a captain, how do you play into that? What do you try to do? You try to lead by example? Do you give them talks on their own? How does that?
Yeah, there's different type of leadership. I think I like to lead by example more.
Okay.
Just kind of show them the right way to go about things. But also, I'm there. I have experience. I've traveled with the team. I've been through good wins and bad losses, so I kind of have another perspective. And I have advice to give them. So I talk to the young guys a lot. If they have any questions, I hope I usually have the answer. But
yeah.
Does
you being a junior play into it at all? I mean, obviously there are seniors on the team that aren't captains. What kind of different perspective do you bring as a junior?
I don't know about how much different it is. We have 3 captains. It's me, Mason Fioli, and John Topa. John Topa, who's a senior and was a captain last year. And I don't know. We don't really look at it too much as being a junior or senior, but we're all just veterans on the team. We've been around the block, so a lot of our experience is the same. We share a lot of experiences, so it's not too much of a difference.
Okay. And you touched on a little bit about how important it was for Amity, how we were all so close to each other, and how that helped us win. So last year's UConn team was really close. You guys had a great camaraderie.
Yeah.
How close is this year's team, and how do you think that's going to help you down the road?
I think it could be even better. I think we're a super tight-knit group. We all are pushing in the same direction. We have the same goals in mind. And on top of that, we're extremely talented. It's going to help a lot. Those characteristics, that's what makes a good team, and good teams win. So hopefully that translates.
Yeah, definitely. So that would become really important with the schedule you guys have, obviously. 37 road games.
Yeah. Tough
opener this weekend against Louisville. What kind of tools do you, as a team, and Coach Penders kind of emphasize to help you get through a schedule like that?
Yeah, so it's not by accident that we play so many good teams. we like a good challenge because a good challenge is going to prepare us for down the road when we play good teams in our conference, in the playoffs, and hopefully in the NCAA tournament and so forth. But we prepare to be very well-rounded. So basically, whatever they throw at us, we prepared to have a response to that. So we're not one-faceted. We can hit for power. We'll hit for average. We can play small ball, but we can also hit the ball out of the yard. And then our pitchers are very versatile as well. So I think that's how we prepare to play such a difficult schedule.
Okay. And talking about down the road, the NCAA tournament, you guys, like you said, had a little bit of a disappointing finish last year. A lot of hope coming in.
Yeah.
What do you think you took away from that, and what do you hope to perform better this year?
Well, to start off, a lot of guys on the team hadn't been to a regional before, so now we have that under our belt. We understand how it works, understand how to deal with being on that stage. But I think that this year we'll just realize that there's a lot of people watching. It's a really good competition, but we just got to play, and there's not put too much pressure on ourselves. Just go out there and have a good time and enjoy the moment.
Definitely.
That's what I'm thinking.
So before the tournament, you had guys like Gino come in and talk to you guys.
Yeah.
What do you learn from people like that, and what can you take away?
Well, they've been there and back 1,000 times. So he's a national champion multiple times over. Jim Calhoun came and talked to us, who gave us some awesome perspective, and they all had similar messages, and just to be in the moment and to be where your feet are. They said so where don't think too far in ahead. Don't worry about the past. You're in the moment and just kind of focus on being the best you that there is in that moment. So that's what they had to say.
Definitely. So talking about you, so guys like George Springer, alumni like that, is there anyone you model your game after that you look up to as a role model, anything like that?
I think George Springer's a good start. He's a guy who always plays super hard. He's always got a dirty jersey, jumping and diving all over the place. But he's kind of like I said earlier, he's what we try to be. He's well-rounded. He'll steal bases. He'll hit for power as well as average. And that's someone that I look up to and kind of model some things after.
Okay. And then the past 2 summers you played for the Mystic Schooners, which is a member of a very competitive New England Collegiate Baseball summer league. What did you take away from this experience playing for them this summer? Obviously, your first summer with them, you might have struggled a little bit. And then this last sophomore year, you had a breakout season, especially for the Huskies. So what did you take away from that?
I took away, so in summer ball, it's a lot looser. I kind of took away that I have to have a routine, and I have to have kind of good preparation regardless of if I'm away from school, because it's easier to get away from that at school. So when I'm away and I'm living with a host family, it's still important to eat right and to sleep right and to get my daily extra work in and get to the game early so that I can be ready for game time, whereas a younger me may not have been as prepared away from the structure of school that they provide here for us.
And then talking about talented teams like your summer team and even this year's UConn Huskies team, what does the prospect of being drafted look like? Obviously, your brother Pat was drafted late round by the Yankees out of high school. Do people talk about it? Is it something you don't really want to talk about until the season's over? What does it look like?
Yeah, people talk about it, and it's obviously a huge and lofty goal of mine, but it's not really something I think about too much. And I think if we have a good year, which we're more than capable of, and we finish deep into June, hopefully into almost July, then I think that kind of thing will kind of work itself out. So my focus is kind of on getting as far into the playoffs this year with UConn, and then I feel like that will transfer into whatever comes next for me. I'm not really worried about it too much.
Definitely. So talking about June, July, late summer, I hope you're still playing then.
Yeah.
What's the ultimate goal for this team? What do you hope out of this year?
The ultimate goal, and Coach Pender says it all the time, it's a lofty goal, but there's no point preparing like we do and practicing like we do if we don't have championships in mind. So the overall goal is to win a national championship, which we have the talent to do. The goal before that is to win a conference championship. The goal before that is to win the next game on the schedule.
Definitely. Well, we wish you luck on that.
Thank you.
We'll be with you there every step of the way.
Appreciate it.
Chris, Thanks again.
Teddy, appreciate it.
Guys, for UCTV Sports, I'm Teddy Criscuolo. Thanks for watching.